Please ignore the strange noises coming from my heater. I just ate a bunch of Tostito chips, spinach artichoke dip, and salsa, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you guys would have seen that. You also would have been able to send me questions for this Q&A because that's where I asked you guys to send me them. Over on my Instagram, I put up one of those stickers and y'all came through. So let's get started with today's Q&A based on Orangetheory Fitness, and it's also unfiltered. I haven't looked at any of these yet because my initial reaction is the reaction we need during this time. So here we go. Have you ever dated an Orangetheory coach? So if you say dated as in like officially boyfriend and girlfriend, no. Have you ever matched with a member on a dating app? No. Has an OTF coach ever flirted with you but you weren't into it? No, I don't think that's happened to me. I would probably flirt back. I don't know. Oh gosh. Have you ever had a crush on an OTF coach? If so, say their name and where they work. Who was it? Okay, I'm trying to think. I've definitely had like all my crushes. Like probably just like any guy coach has like, I probably like, there's a lot of guy coaches I feel like that like you just have a crush on. Like I'm not gonna say the names because it's just like, you know, I still see these people. Comment below if you have a crush on one of your coaches. Oh my gosh. Have you accidentally farted during a Orangetheory class and did anyone notice? Yes, literally. It was so embarrassing. It was honestly like, it was literally during my first year of doing Orangetheory, and I used to like eat super duper healthy. Like I used to only want to eat like spinach and salads like all the time. Majority of my meals were like vegetables. It would just like slip out of me. Like it was just a phase because I was eating too many vegetables. I don't know what it was. I think like my diet was just so high fiber, so it slipped out of me once. I think it was like on the TRX straps or something, and this lady next to me was literally looking at me, like looking at my butt to like see if I like pooped myself, I think. That was very embarrassing, but I don't have that current issue anymore. For what it's worth. I have a crush on my sales associate at my studio. I know he's single because a coach was joking about it. How do I approach it, or do I just let it go? Well, you need to keep in mind that when you approach somebody, if it doesn't go in a positive direction, there's going to be some sort of like, ooh, ah, like it's going to make you possibly potentially feel uncomfortable, or it might not. So if it's not gonna make you feel uncomfortable, if this person says to you, I'm not interested, then go for it. But if you ask them and you think it's gonna weird them out, or you're gonna feel weirded out and then you're not gonna wanna go to your Orangetheory, I just say like wait until you move and that's not your primary Orangetheory, or find a different primary Orangetheory and then ask this person out. I guess what you would start to do is flirt with them and message them on Instagram and like jokingly keep saying that you want to hang out. I used to do that to someone and they like totally just like were not into it. But yeah, I asked them to hang out I think like 3 or 4 times. They were really nice about it. I'm rooting for you. You got this. What do you know about the Lift 45 classes? So when I was in Florida, I was with some coaches and I talked about it, and from what I hear is it's literally going to be a 45-minute Orangetheory fitness class, just weights. So all you do is strength training, and I am so excited for this. They need this, I need this, we need this. Strength is the only way to build shape, and we all want to be toned, but if we don't take the proper amount of time to like get the reps in that we need, focus on strength, it's hard to build shape. So I think it's great. That's all I know about it, is that it's gonna be great. It's gonna be lifting, strength training. I would not be shocked if like I only start signing into those classes. Seriously. I will be doing another video on that though because I want to get more information. I don't want to just spew things out, but that's the basics. How many OTF studios have you been to? I am just answering these off on a whim right now, but I definitely have been to like 10, I would say. I don't have the exact number at this point. It's probably close to like 10. Are you working for OTF now? No, I am not. I'm not working for them right now. Have you ever had to leave class to throw up and then just carried on with class? No, but I do know someone who has done this. They like told me about it and that they literally did this. They just threw up and then went back into taking class again. People do it. I never really gotten sick. I've been doing sports my whole life. My mom was a phys ed teacher and just always kept me active. I would go to school, then have 3 different practices every single night, every single season of the year. I did it all. And in the summer, horseback riding, in the winter, ice skating. Like I've kind of tried almost every sport, and I think it is because of the fact that my mom is a phys ed teacher and we just like to be active. So with that being said, I've never really gotten to the point of feeling super sick other than when I just like was running on an empty stomach in Florida, but like that was just like literally like I feel like emotionally I was sick and stuff like that. But no, I have not. I have not thrown up in class and then continued on. If I threw up, I would leave, probably. I don't know. Something would not be right if I threw up. What's the most disgusting thing a coach has told you about a member? Oh, I have it. After like 3 minutes of thinking, I remember. There was this person 3 years ago at a studio that he really smelled very bad. Like it was very bad body odor to the point that like people would leave the treadmill when he was on it and around him, and it was just like, I remember I was next to him before too, and it was just like unreal, and it was just like, so it was just crazy. And I think that they had to like say something, or I think they had to like start like not putting people near him, or like I don't really quite remember it because it was like literally like in my first year of being there. But that's a tough one. I don't even know how you begin to deal with that. Like, comment below if you like work at a studio or something, or I don't even know, you don't have to comment below, but like I guess it's just like, how do you even deal with that? If you're a staff member and like someone just smells bad, do you tell them? I do not know. How do you build muscle when burning so many calories at OTF? So when I'm not at Orangetheory, I focus on strength training and making sure I'm eating more on the days that I am strength training to help build the muscle. And I think that that's why Orangetheory is implementing the whole Lift 45 thing, because people are starting to feel like, how do you build muscle with Orangetheory? There's a lot of running, you burn a lot of calories, and there's a lot of cardio in it. So I think it's gonna be great to have this lifting class, because if you want to build muscle, you just have to do the work and you have to do the reps, and it kind of can be a little bit more boring at times, especially on the arm days when you're just kind of standing there. Like it's kind of, your heart rate's not getting up. I know one thing that keeps me motivated is when my heart rate's pumping, you kind of keep going. Like, okay, I'm into it. But I mean, like if you have to work out for like a whole hour of just like not really with your heart rate pumping, I mean, now obviously given you should be getting your heart rate pumping, but I'm just saying cardio based, jumping around type exercises just give this endorphin that kind of make it a little bit easier to keep going, in my opinion. So how do I build muscle? I just lift outside of Orangetheory, and I cut back on my Orangetheory classes. In the beginning of my Orangetheory fitness journey, back in the day, I used to go like 7 times a week, and now I go once a week, but that's kind of because of the situation going on, of like the circumstances that we live in. But I do kind of have plans to go back to 8 times a week. Another thing that you can do is just make sure that you're always picking the heaviest dumbbells that you can do without losing form and hurting yourself. So just ask your coach if you don't know. Just say like, what do you think is going to be a really good challenging dumbbell for me to use without hurting myself? And they will help you out. List your top 5 OTF Ardmore members or coaches that you are attracted to. Is an actual question. Oh my goodness, well I have not been there enough. I have not been there enough in quite some time, but their whole staff is extremely attractive. I don't know if I could rank everyone, but I mean, everybody's good looking now. I'm not gonna rank people. Nobody signed up to be in my video. That whole staff is very good looking, so if you guys want to check them out for yourself, go check out the OTF Ardmore Instagram page. Oh my goodness. Ever had a male member creep on you and watch you all the time? Yes, everyone has, I feel like, or maybe you haven't, but yes, I've had many, not many. I just have 2. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh my gosh. Do you hate any coaches so badly to the point where you avoid taking their classes? No, not that I can think of. There are definitely coaches that play different types of music that I would prefer over others, but there's nobody that I don't like as a person or as a coach that I just wouldn't take their class. And honestly, what it comes down to is convenience. So whatever the schedule time is, and like depending on what I have to do that day and where I need to be, like the location of the studio, like location and time, that's really all that I pay attention to when I am booking my classes. Would you hook up with someone in the OTF bathrooms? I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, if the moment was right, but obviously probably not right now because we have to wear masks. Have you ever been in a relationship or friends with benefits with anyone in the OTF world? Well, technically yes. Yes, I have. I mean, I've been doing Orangetheory for 4 years. I mean, I don't really share my love life on here. But, you know, I do have a heart like you guys, and I do the things that you do. Have you ever gone to OTF social parties? Yes, I have, and I loved going to them. I used to always go to them. Have you ever passed gas at OTF and didn't clean it? I think that story earlier kind of said it all, because yeah, I definitely wasn't like, hey, like, stop looking at my butt, I farted. I just played it off like I didn't know what was going on. What's something annoying the person next to you could do? Jumping the rails or giving me a hard time for filming myself. Right now, that's not really a problem because we are social distanced, but back in the day when we had people right next to each other, I had to pretty much like give a disclaimer every time I started class.
Hey, I'm gonna be filming myself, but just so you know, when I edit the video, make sure you're not in it.
And 9 times out of 10, people did not care. But then there's people that even in these social distancing classes, or even in the class that, you know, they were on the treadmill while I was on the rowers and we were not even near each other the whole time. They like feel the need to like ask me why I'm filming myself. And I do explain myself, and I always make sure they know that they will not be in the video for whatever reason. And so like, that's it. But like, still, it's just like, ugh. Have you ever had to run out of class to find the bathroom? I did, but just to like go pee, and it's only been like once or twice that I had to do that. Have you ever fallen off a tread or a rower? I have not, but when I was working the front desk, when I was in college, we were sitting there and somebody literally, it was an intro, a green star, it was somebody it was their first class ever, and they were on the treadmill and they fell off the treadmill. They just fell off the treadmill, and we were working, and I just remember hearing a thump, and I'm like, and I look over the thing and we're like, she was on the ground. It was like, oh my gosh. She got back up, but yeah, I personally have not fallen off anything, but I almost have. Like, I've had moments where I'm like, whoa, like once or twice, where I would have been like, wow, that would have been embarrassing, but yeah, it didn't happen. But anyways, guys, those are all the questions, so thanks for sending them. That concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so I don't miss another Fitty Freckles video again. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video.